Hello class, my name is Carlos Alvarado. This is week 7 for MPA 4545. Quick overview, we're going to talk about a possible conflict that could occur in a governmental department, conflict management, dispute resolution design, and training for the workplace. We're going to recommend a dispute resolution design and a training recommendation. We're going to identify some topics and some possible teaching techniques and go ahead and close it. A possible conflict in a governmental department is cultural differences between two different employees. The journal article that I picked was by Joy and Ha, and they're talking about how a conflict management culture in the workplace um, improves job satisfaction and productivity. And in their research, they found that a collaborative conflict management culture had a better effect than being a dominant conflict management culture. And they found that cultural differences should be considered when it's conflict management because on the individual level because of each culture could see things differently, and so it should kind of blend in everything together so that way no one feels left out. I picked a crash course video how to handle conflict. In this video, they talk about different ways of handling conflict. Some of the ways that they talk about is collaboration, compromising, accommodating, avoiding and they also go into explaining on different ways of how to use conflict management techniques, and they also explain some examples. The article by Vivi Tan that I found is talking about online dispute resolution for small civil claims, and this article was written in 2009, published in 2019, so this is before COVID, so it'd be more relevant now. This talking about how online disputes are inexpensive access for justice to be provided for the consumers in the small claims. And so they found that it was very effective in their study, and um, I think this is a great because this was before COVID, and now with COVID era, it's kind of everywhere now. Everything's done online, so this was a small step into the future of online dispute resolutions. This quick video of cross-cultural training was talking about how managers in government public agencies are training their workers for cross-cultural training, and that's only because in the public sector there is a lot of different cultures working together, but you also work with the public that comes from different cultures and different places around the world. So it's really important that you're able to understand and not be uh, able to communicate with these people because something you do might be offensive to a different culture. And communication is a very important for cross-cultural training and also building trust because sometimes language could be a barrier. If the person doesn't trust you, they're not going to believe anything you say to them. So the dispute resolution design recommendations that I would recommend is informal discussion and negotiation. And the reason I say informal discussion is because sometimes just communicating with the person, especially on cultural differences, it could make a big difference before it gets any higher from anybody else. And sometimes just talking to the other person could solve that problem right there. But if that cannot be solved between the two individuals, I think the next step will be negotiation. That could be between the two workers and a supervisor, two workers and somebody else that is a neutral party to help solve their problem. A training recommendation would be cross-cultural skills training, and the reason this would be a great training is because these two coworkers that have cultural differences can get together and discuss role play each other's cultures, simulations of different culture backgrounds, and have structured exercise to be able to train each other about each other's culture that could solve the difference. So by identifying the topics and the possible teaching techniques, by identifying topics could be by raising awareness in the workplace and expanding perspectives of the workers and co-workers and developing relationships through community building within each other or with the coworkers. And also, a possible teaching technique could be a class, a 1 day class, maybe an online class. And another way could be exploration of another culture. It could be through a potluck, like with food. It could be with dressing up. Different ways of having different cultures show to other ones. And this could bring coworkers together just by food and everything else like that. I'd just like to give out to the shout out to the grads who are graduating and this is their last semester. Congrats and hopefully you guys do great things in the public administration. Thank you for watching this week and good luck everyone with your papers.